Going on, Legion? As you'll hear, like always, and well, let's I kind of realized that I started a different comedy kind of like special thing, whatever that is, with Nick Swartzen, and I hadn't finished Doug. Yeah, I don't know why. Somebody left a comment, I think, actually reminded me saying, "Oh, Doug had a new special with the same kind of panache and the same kind of crazy, like degenerate way he's talking." And I was like, oh my god, I forgot about Doug. And so let's just get back into it. Like, I don't know why I forgot about him. I don't really know what to say. I just kind of like spaced on him. He's on the browser. You save the browser every time it closes and opens all the same tabs. And I keep a lot of stuff like that still here. Completely forgot about him. I don't know why I started Nick. I think it just popped in my head, and I was just like, oh, Nick, I haven't seen this before, but I've seen the opening to it, and I don't know what it is, but let's just get back into it, check it out, see what it's all about. We know it's going to be good. It's freaking Doug. And it was kind of a break. The last time I did this was like February 20th was the last time we've checked out Doug. So yeah, let's just go.
Upset about the gay marriage. Why? It's one of those trick arguments where it's a big issue that doesn't really fucking matter, but at the same time, the arguments don't matter. Oh, the gays should not get married. It's going to ruin families. What? We have every right. Marriage should not be a legal institution. That's the argument you should be having, that no one will... The government should have no place in your love life. That should not... If you want to get married, it should be like joining a fraternity where you want to get married, you go to your church or your Chuck E. Cheese, and they do a crazy rain dance around you and some incantation, and paffoom if you're a married person. It doesn't mean anything. Well, what about tax breaks? Well, fuck it. If you want tax breaks, incorporate, right? The government should only look at you as an individual no matter what. Right? What if you're a fucking idiot and you're ugly? It's like the carpool lane. You can't find someone to marry. It's discrimination. Right?
It's discrimination.
It should not be a legal institution. It shouldn't exist. If marriage didn't exist, would you invent it? Would you go, baby, this shit we got together, it's so good, we gotta get the government in on this shit. We can't just share this commitment between us. We need judges and lawyers involved in this shit, baby. It's hot. But someone invented it, and now you gotta do it or you're an asshole, right? It's like Secretary's Day. Every day was fine when you shuffled into the office till someone said, oh, it's Secretary's Day. And now you're a dick if you don't bring her flowers. Someone invented marriage, and now you're a dick if you don't marry her, and I'm a dick if I don't show up. And it's a boring, egomaniacal ritual that no one wants to go to. Don't ever for a second think that someone wants to be at your wedding. It's the most boring, horrifying experience.
A lot of women do.
It's like watching someone make out on a bus for 6 hours. You gotta wear your nicest clothes and show up, bring presents, and tell witty anecdotes, and I watch you, my friend up there going, I'm going to tell you what love and commitment mean to me. Because the first time I saw Laura Ann, my heart swelled up like a fire. If I'm going to be that privy to your most intimate details, I'd rather just watch you fuck. That's a wedding. Yeah, let's just...
Old school.
Let me watch you fuck with a miner's cap and get in there and see all the fucking boils and fucking heat bumps, and yeah, that...
No, he says.
It's a trick argument. There's so many. Pledge of Allegiance is in the Supreme Court, and that's another trick argument. Under God should be in the Pledge of Allegiance. No, it shouldn't. We don't need a Pledge of Allegiance. Say that. Why do you need that brainwashing cult shit? If you have a good product, kids will figure it out on their own. You don't need advertising. 12 years of forced advertising, right? You've done drugs in here by applause, right? At some point. Did you have a good time? Did you ever see him advertised?
Nope.
Didn't need to. You got a good product, people come around. You don't need that shit. Well, you do have to have under God in there because the founding fathers based this country on the principles of Christianity. You want to worry about the Pledge of Allegiance, worry about not the under God part, worry about the liberty and justice for all. Talk to him in 2 years and see.
That's pretty good for right now, man, right? Like, that's,
See what justice is all about. Right? And liberty, the
Hey, he's
meaning
talking
of
about marriage,
liberty, the dictionary definition, liberty means freedom from government restriction and control. Not only do we not have liberty, who has less liberty than the children you make say this? That's the irony. They get the least liberty of anyone. We don't have it. They got thick. They can't do shit. We have the oldest children in the world in this country. We don't let them do shit forever. You can't do shit. They can't drink. They can't smoke. They can't drive. They can't vote. They can't work. They can't fuck, for God's sakes. And you wonder why your teenager's such an asshole. You wonder why he's sitting in a Taco Bell parking lot after the Friday night high school football game. He's keying cars and he's smearing dog shit on your door handles for no particular reason. It's because he's bored out of his tit. You won't let him do anything else. You watch on the news, you see a 10-year-old kid in a third world country. He's got an AK-47 and a death stare looking right into the camera. That kid's not out spray painting overpasses on Saturday night. He's got shit to do. He's got a whole agenda. You learn by fucking up, and it takes you until you fucked up a bunch of times to learn. There's no magic number. You want to fix the Pledge of Allegiance, put a disclaimer at the end. With liberty and justice for all. Must be 18, void where prohibited. Some restrictions may apply, not available in all states.
Or all colors. My shirt is a little wrinkly. And...
How do you pledge allegiance to a government? How do you do that? That's the dumbest thing. It's all America is a government. There's no such thing as we're Americans. That's just trivial bullshit to get you on the rooting for the home team, right? You're not an American. You're a guy or a chick or whatever. You're a person. You're an individual. That's it. Until the Mongols come over the hills swinging machetes trying to take our fucking fire hazard underground comedy club away from us, yeah, then we all buddy up as one. But those days are over. There's no one trying to take over America. We weren't on the verge of speaking Iraqi, right? But as far as America goes, there's two countries in the world, dick and not a dick. Those are the only two countries. The border goes all the way around like that, you know? Did you ever go to another country and meet another American when you didn't expect to? You're down in Costa Rica, out in the jungle, trying to fuck a monkey so you have a friend story to tell your buddy, and you wind up meeting another American and you didn't expect to. You always talk to them just on the trivia. Hey, you're from America. I'm from America. Where are you from? And it's never more than 3 sentences before you realize if I was in America, I wouldn't talk to this douchebag if my hair was on fire and he held a monopoly on liquid. What does that mean? I'm no more of an American than I am an Aries or an uncle. It's something you called me and I just was here, right? I just showed up, you called me something. If you're gonna pledge blind allegiance and call yourself American for a government that fucks you on a regular basis, democracy's the worst kind. I'm sorry, but it is. We get to pick our leaders. Well, what if I don't want a leader? Where does that vote go? I do good on my own. I don't want to be led. Is that freedom? American Idol was the #1 show on television for the last 2 years. Those are the people picking your leaders with less insight than they put into whether fucking Ruben Stoddard should win an award. It's dumb. You're gonna... Would you call yourself a Christian if they had a new Jesus every 4 years? You want to make a difference in the world, here's some things you can do. First, you work for a major corporation, fuck stuff up, break stuff. It's good for the economy. It drives their prices up. It makes the small businessman competitive again. Again, I'm bad with math, but I think that one will work. Trade out when you can. Don't buy things if you don't have to buy things. If you can trade out, if you're a pool cleaner and you're a carpet layer, don't buy each other's products, trade out. And that's how you fuck the tax man. They have so much of your money, they piss right in your face, and they waste it, and they go, look at how much of your money we're wasting. Take it, you bitch. Fucking take my piss. They spent $30 million advertising the new $20 bill. $30 million to put TV ads. This is the new $20 bill. Who's the competition? What do you need to advertise? sometimes, well, we had to spare $30 million because we're pissing in his face. Give me $30 million while I fucking piss in your face. What do you think? I'm gonna start spending Costa Rican colones if you don't give me? I don't like the new. Funny, it's more of an autumn color. I'm a spring. Trade out. They piss your money away like a bad MC Hammer behind a music story, and if you trade out, you can avoid that.
That guy liked that joke. He liked that.
Get my point. Here's the most important thing. Now that the cop's out of the room, we can talk about this. Here's the most important. I only got 4 minutes left up here. Take jury duty. This is how you beat him. Everyone tries to get out of jury duty like it's a big pain in the ass, but it's honestly the easiest way you can make a difference as a single human being. If you take jury duty and it's any kind of bullshit crime, any kind of drug possession, any prostitution, any victimless crime, anything that's none of your goddamn business, and you just say not guilty. If it's any kind of IRS bullshit, any .09 DUI, come on. You say not guilty. If it's any kind of class action lawsuit where some douchebag, her kid died in some weird fashion and she deserves compensation because there was no warning on the box that if her kid swallowed a Lincoln log sideways that he could have a bad day. So she wants $8.5 million because nothing spells relief of loss of a loved one like $8.5 million. It's just the principle of the thing. Yeah. Soup for a buck. It's about my baby. He swallowed Lincoln logs. It's terrible. Not guilty. See what I'm saying? No matter how guilty they obviously are. In fact, the more guilty they obviously are, the funnier it is when you say not guilty. The guy can be guilty as shit and sweating, big shaky crackhead and making up lies, yanking rabbits out of his ass for the judge. No, Your Honor, I was down in Colombia. I was in Colombia because I had to take a landscaping job for a weekend through a temp agency. I was a Kelly girl mowing lawns, but down in Bogota, you gotta work naked for some reason. It's a weird custom that they have, but I didn't want to complain. I needed the gig, man. My rent was due. So I was bending over to pull start that lawnmower, and all of a sudden, a small, dart-headed frog that's indigenous to the area, it sprung out of the shrubbery, and it went fa-foof right into my rectum. And then I went delirious from the toxins in its skin. I blacked out, and the next thing I know, I'm walking through customs with a condom full of coke in my colon. And you say, same thing happened to me, not guilty. And then you go do bumps with the guy.
This fucking guy, man.
You can make a difference. You just have to find the grip. You don't live in a free country. You got the flag on your shirt there. Oh, it's upside down. You're fucking sweet. It's not a free country. You're born free. I mean, you're born absolutely free, except for laws of nature. If you drink, you get drunk. That's a law. If you get old, you die. That's a law, too. If you sit on a tack, you will bleed from the ass. These are the only laws that you're born with, and any government just fucks you out of that type of freedom. If you really think you're free tonight, you, hero, Officer Bob, you're a free man. You live in a free country, but you go upstairs, you take your own beer you risk your life for. You sit on the hood of your monster truck in the parking lot. Drink your beer and see how long it is before actual veteran cops come by and pound on you with truncheons on the kidneys to show. Why can't I do it? I'm just having a beer. I don't know. That's the law, though. You don't fuck around. You can't drive down the street without a seatbelt on. Why not? I don't know. You're going to put on a helmet. You can't sit in your own backyard naked, your own filthy, dirty flesh that you're born with. You know that body you carry around? Filthy. You can't sit out. Why not? I don't know. That's just the way it is. Mother! You're not free. You're not free in the least. You need a diploma in this country to cut hair. You're free. You need to keep your tray in an upright and locked position during takeoff. It's not just a hack premise. It's a fucking felony. And Cunty the hero, Sky Cunt will fucking throw you off the plane as a terrorist for going, why do I have to have this? This doesn't make sense.
Cunty the hero?
They say if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, then he's got to get a fishing license, but he doesn't have any money. So he's going to get a job, and he has to get into the Social Security system and pay taxes. And now you're going to audit the poor cocksucker because he's not really good with math. You pull the IRS van up to your house, he'll take all your shit. He'll take your Black Velvet Elvis and your Batman toothbrush and your penis pump, and that all goes up for auction with the burden of proof on you because you forgot to carry the one because you were just worried about eating a fucking fish, and you couldn't even cook the fish because you needed a permit for an open flame. And then the health department is going to start asking you a lot of questions about where are you going to dump the scales and the guts. This is not a sanitary environment. And ladies and gentlemen, if you get sick of it all at the end of the day, not even legal to kill yourself in this country. Thanks again, John Ashcroft, you weird Bible addict, can't even handle his own drug. You were born free, you got fucked out of half of it, and you wave a flag celebrating.
Damn.
Hey, don't hold back.
You got an argument?
No, keep going.
The only true freedom that you find is when you realize and come to terms with the fact that you are completely and unapologetically fucked. And then you are free to float around the system. Thank you guys very much for coming out tonight. Good night.
Oh, that was really good. That was insane, actually. I don't know if this die laughing stand-up comedy, if this is new. I'll probably end up checking that out later. Man, you know, I'm glad that we took maybe a break from him because it was like, oh, it was really good. I liked it. And then, you know, it was like, I wouldn't say I was bored of it or over it or any way like that. But I think a break definitely made it better. It definitely made it more fun to check him out again. Makes you want to check out the next one, whether it's this die. Somebody was telling me there's a brand new stand-up. I don't know if it's this die laughing one or not. But oh god, that was super fun, and the ending was really good. Kind of like when he was talking about, I forgot what it was. He said something, and the crowd was just kind of like quiet for a second. Some people kind of were like, not even really laughing, and then he kind of went on a roll again, and people were right there with him. The ups and downs in the crowd are always really good. This was a great crowd. Even though even the cop in the crowd was probably enjoying it, but yeah, it was I was really glad that we had a good crowd like that. That was whether they were drunk and hammered and shit like that, or high or something. But everybody seemed to really enjoy it, you know, and not really like, oh my god, this is PC culture and all that kind of stuff. Everybody for the most part seemed like they were enjoying it, and that always makes the comedy, you know, better. And not even that, it was anybody can have a good crowd, but when you say stuff like he was saying, oh man, it can get pretty brutal real quick. But I enjoyed it, and I'm definitely gonna be checking out some more Doug. He's up there. I'm definitely really liking him. It's a very unique comedy style for me. I don't normally listen to comedy like him all that much. I'm trying to think of like, what was his name? He was, I don't think his name was Martin. It was, crap, I can't think of his name. He was like, he's the guy that always did like the pictures and the weird comedy where he was always like starting with something kind of like random, and then he like drew the picture, and then he it was like a phrase or a word that was pretty standard, and then when he drew the picture or he said the other half of it in a different meaning, you're like, oh crap, that was a weird connection. And like that's some unique comedy as well, and he was like the only one I ever really listened to that was like that. He's the only one that really does that, although his comedy kind of got, you know, repetitive, I guess. But unique comedy like that is not always something I listen to sometimes. Anthony Jeselnik is, I wouldn't say unique, but his brutality is unique. He's very brutal. He kind of reminds me of like, dude, I'm blanking on so many names right now because it's been so long. The guy from Wild and Out, Corey Holcomb. That dude is pretty brutal when it comes to women. Like, it's pretty crazy. Jeselnik is, you know, as brutal, if not sometimes worse, but a different way. So there are different comedies, but Doug is the only one that's really like this. That's really just like F the system, kind of weirdly brutal. But his delivery is also very unique and different. So I feel like his delivery is all like, there's going to be some people that aren't going to be down with it. Like, his delivery is already unique, and his subject matter is like very hot button, I guess, or you know, it's already like that. So that kind of combination is very like different, and I kind of like that. So I'm just trying to like phrase it all together in a way that I can't. I'm not phrasing it together well, I don't think. But anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. See what every video I'm doing next. Later, guys.